friends, and welcome back to Florida's Worst Vlog. Today's episode is all things tribute to our friends to the south. Actually, in Florida, our friends to the south would be Cuba. So, all things to the mainland south, which is Mexico. We're going to do a whole episode based on things from Mexico, except for a little bit of, well, anyway, we'll get into that later. Next week, Christine and I are going to go down to Mexico to our favorite area along the Playa del Carmen to Tulum and Cancun area of Mexico. It's called the state of Quintana Roo, and we'll be down there for 10 days. So we'll be doing a lot of episodes coming out of our trip to Mexico. Stay tuned for that. We got a lot of underwater stuff coming and a lot of fun stuff, God willing. No hurricanes, please. But anyway, on this episode today, I want to take you to this amazing little-known restaurant that's right outside of Disney Springs. A very good food review for a lunch buffet that you might be interested in if you're coming to Disney. A very inexpensive option if you like Mexican food, and it's very close, a cheap Uber ride away from Disney Springs, and a lot less expensive than the Disney restaurants. So we'll show you, it's called El Patron. So we'll show you the restaurant El Patron. Also in today's episode, we're going to see the agave plant being grown in the land ride at Epcot. So that's how that pertains to Mexico. And then we're also going to ride the 3 Caballeros ride at Mexico, which is actually 3 now. They used to be 2, and now the animatronic is back. So we have all 3 Caballeros together on the Mexico ride at the Mexican Pavilion. So stay tuned. It's a busy whirlwind adventure. All things Mexico. Welcome to Florida's Worst Vlog. Strap in. Here we go. Today's journey begins here, halfway between the staggering pyramid of the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot and the entrance to World Showcase. A sleepy little tourist trap on this busy highway around the world. Choza de Margarita. As we enjoyed our beverages, the cold breeze from the ancient Mayan ruins beckoned to us. So we climbed to the entrance of the mighty pyramid and saddled up in our favorite trash can.
Señores, no soy de aquí, soy del Estado Mayor. Soy del Estado Mayor. Señores, no soy de aquí.
Señores, no soy de aquí, ay, soy del Estado Mayor. Soy del Estado Mayor, ay, señores, no soy de aquí.
At this point, we weren't sure if it was the alcohol or perhaps a tainted habanero, but soon we were imagining that we had been recruited by a heavily accented rooster and parrot on a mission into the jungles of Mexico to find a missing duck.
Mantente firme, porque a mí ni la muerte puede rendirme.
Eres mi prenda querida, mi prenda, mi adoración. Eres aquella paloma que voló, voló y voló. Y por un pájaro canario.
Por un pájaro canario me van a quitar la vida. Me van a quitar la vida por un pájaro canario.
Pero qué lindo vestuario, ahí carga mi prenda querida. Yo la llevaría al santuario si Dios me presta la vida.
Pero qué lindo vestuario carga mi prenda querida. Yo la llevaría al santuario si Dios me presta la vida.
Ay, cuando voy por la calle busco la sombra para encontrarle los pasos y a mi paloma.
Y eres mi prenda querida, mi prenda. Ay.
I only see 2 guns. That's because Poncho's only holding 2 right now. Yeah.
gairas y caballeros de seguridad para Agave Plant.
There are stories about magical gardens at Epcot, rumored to grow the mystical agave plant. Could we find this plant that makes grown adults see imaginary characters? This boat ride seemed to be leading us there.
Living laboratory, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking. One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. When we mention farming, you probably don't think of fish, but fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system we're using here recycles the water.
They let you fish in here.
As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World.
Wow. Go look at the shrimp.
While there are more than 50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world.
People actually hand pick that stuff. Looks painful. Imagine just being out in the field and just picking that cotton off of those sharp plants all day. Your fingers would probably be as rough as... There's the agave. Some tequila.
These plants are definitely on their way up. Innovative growing techniques like these increase yields while more efficiently using resources like water, fertilizer, and pesticides. Another innovation at work here is our integrated pest management program. By populating our greenhouses with beneficial insects that prey on harmful pests, like aphids and flies, we are significantly reducing our reliance on conventional pesticides. We're growing these crops using our nutrient film system. This technique precisely controls and recycles water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area.
That is so weird how they plant those in those tubes. Mm-hmm.
Some of our best ideas have been inspired by nature, like these fruit and vegetable trees. By growing these ground plants vertically, we can increase yields and better control diseases. These crops taste as good as they look. In fact, we serve more than 15 tons of produce from our greenhouses in restaurants here at the Land every year.
Oh. That's wild. It's like dripping on the...
The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less. In our lab, Epcot scientists are working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture on a number of innovative projects. The goal of these efforts is to produce higher yielding and better quality plants.
Suddenly, we were whisked away to another magical place. Hey everybody, it's John back here with Florida's Worst Vlog. I got Omar with me today. Today we're checking out a place I've never been. Omar's been before. It's
Patron Restaurante Mexicano.
Yeah, let's turn around here so they can see it. It's called El Patron Mexican Restaurant, and this is like really close to downtown Disney, right? Like,
yeah, right around the corner of downtown Disney, off of the Palm, just north of Palm Parkway.
So this is Palm right here.
And it is a great place. They do a lunch buffet from, I believe, noon to about 2:30.
And that's what we're here for.
For $10. And it's a great deal, and it's all fresh. All
so,
you can eat.
So if you're staying at Disney, I mean, coming over here would be like maybe a $5 taxi ride or something like that, or
$5 to $7 Uber ride taxi, and it's a no-brainer if you want to get good, authentic Mexican food.
Queso. Tamales. Tortillas. Is that pulled pork, chicken, and beef?
Yeah.
Fresh salad station. Pico de gallo. Salsas. Black and refried beans. White Mexican rice. What is this right here? It's like fajita beef. Oh yeah. And then over here you got the pozole. And this was the taquitos. And there were ribs out here on this station, but they put them away. Thank you for joining me on this journey and tribute to everything Mexico. We'll see you next time on Florida's Worst Vlog, but until then, buenos dias, my friends.